Hi everyone, I'm Carolyn and I want to say welcome to my cottage. So both of my kids have been asking me to record my recipes because regardless to say neither of them were interested while they were growing up of what I was cooking, but now that one's 7 hours away from mom and the other one an hour and 30 minutes and they're trying to cook more, they are wanting some recipes. So they asked me when I was cooking certain meals, instead of keep sending them Snapchats of everything I cook, to maybe do video and put it on YouTube so they can refer back to it whenever they want to cook. So this is what this is about, but anyone's welcome to watch this, and I am not technical. I had a basis of a recipe for what I'm about to cook, which is delicious ham and potato soup that I found years and years and years ago on All Recipes. That was way before Pinterest. But anyway, so I'm doing this with my iPhone, and it's not the latest iPhone. I have very slow internet so when I upload this, but I'm gonna try to do this on my iPhone. It looks dark in here and I'm sorry. We have a tropical storm off the coast right now here in Alabama. So I'm gonna try and do this and keep it short, but it probably won't be. But anyway, so I'll show you a list of the ingredients. All right, I have some potatoes in the sink. Probably will use all of them, I'm not sure, just depends. I usually figure it out as I'm cutting them up. So I have leftover ham that I cooked a few days ago. Now, if I wasn't gonna use all the ham or we didn't eat it all, I'd go in and chop it up and put it into a freezer bag and just keep it in the freezer, and then that way when you're ready for some ham and potato soup you can just pull it out, thaw it, and then use it, and it, you know, you don't waste anything. We are totally out of milk.
Okay, we weren't totally out of milk,
today,
but there was a dab in there,
asked
so you might as well say totally, and
bouillon, and so
I did end up using the last
This is my
dab,
favorite
so now
kind.
we truly
You
are
can use whatever
totally
you
out of
like,
milk.
the cubes, whatever. I have a small onion and some celery. Sometimes I have celery, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have onion, sometimes I don't. If I don't, I still cook it. You can always use onion powder, celery powder if you prefer. Just whatever you have, guys. Just whatever you have. Okay, let's begin. Let's chop up some of this celery. I was eating that piece. I don't know, I may not even put 2 stalks in. Here's the thing. If I hide the celery in the soup, Jim's good. If he sees too much, he's not a huge celery fan. I can just sit and eat celery, so I chop it up small. And the recipe calls for you to put the celery and the onion that you dice in the pan with the potatoes to boil. I don't do it that way because I like my onions sauteed in butter. So that's what I do, because I think it makes them taste sweeter, brings out the sweetness of the onion when you caramelize them in butter or saute them. Oh gosh, I got those chunks a little too big. No probs. Just gonna go in there. You know, I don't think I'm gonna put any more than this because I'm probably pushing it. I'm just gonna chop that up. I'll save that and eat it for later because, like I said, give me a little salt. I'm good. Okay. I believe the recipe, I'm going to put the recipe, I guess I'll just type it out and put it down in the, I believe it's called notes. Like I said, this is my first time at doing any of this, so just please be patient. I'll put the original recipe down there, and then you are definitely welcome to adapt it to however suits you, your family, or what you have in stock in your kitchen. I think it calls for 1/3 of an onion, and we are onion lovers and mushroom lovers in this house. So I will be using all of this today. I'm a little dangerous with the knife and everything. I'm just going to tell you, I have cut myself. So, yeah. If I cut myself on here, don't worry. I'll figure some way out to edit that out. Okay, so these are all chopped up, and I'm gonna saute these. Okay, I did get out a measuring cup, a 4-cup one. So that way I'll put these potatoes in here, and we'll just see what we have, okay, for funsies. I guess I should be a little bit more technical, especially since this is my first one. So I like to cut the potatoes in half. Once again, just, you know, bite size. I mean, I do have a big mouth, so I guess I can take big bites, but it's just the way I do everything, bite size. Sassy Mama don't need any help. No, but thank you.
Can't help it, y'all. I talk to my fur babies in a baby voice. Unless they've made me mad,
really
then there's no baby voice. But usually it's a baby voice.
Maybe you can see what I'm doing. It's hard for me to know what this is doing. If I get some really, really big, I'll go back in there and recut them. How's that? Recut them. Look, see, I hate peeling potatoes. I absolutely despise to peel a potato, but I'll do it for mashed potatoes because, gosh, mashed potatoes are worth it. But otherwise, I'll leave the potato or leave the skin on. But you have to do it for this because I don't want skin on these. I mean, I don't guess you have to, but anyway. I grew up on a farm and peeling potatoes. Gosh, I don't know how much potatoes my mama would go through a day cooking for us and the farm hands. Well, I just threw half of that in the floor. And nobody's in here. Well, there you go. See, look. I'm supposed to have 3.5 cups of potatoes, so I'm not doing too bad in here right now. You kind of want to stick, you know, because of the liquid with the amount. Because if you're going to make like a double batch, you'll want to double the liquid batch, obviously, but I usually, unless I have company, I don't double it, which, you know, we're not having company right now because COVID. Look, that's definitely 3.5 cups, but I've got 2 other potatoes over here already peeled, and I'm sorry, Mama didn't peel these potatoes to waste. They're gonna be eaten. We don't waste. We don't waste. We eat leftovers. We don't. Well, we try our best not to waste, put it that way. I mean, nobody's perfect, obviously. All right, look at that. I'm getting a lot of potatoes in there, but that's okay. They're gonna be good. It's a rainy day. It's warm today, but the temperatures are supposed to drop. So I think this will be good for today and tomorrow to eat on. All right, here we go. So there you go. We've got 4 cups of potatoes. Let me pour this in the pan. Let me put this ham in here and see what we have. Now, we're not even supposed to have a cup of ham. Oh, well. Or that's what it calls for. Put it that way. So, about 2 cups of ham. I'm happy with that. Okay. So I'm going to get a tad of butter. Skillet hot. Just have how much you want. In my opinion, you can't have too much butter, y'all. You know, it's my opinion, but anyway, that's what I think. I hope you can hear me because I don't have, my son got me some earbuds to use and I love them, but I'm pretty bad about them falling out of my ear. And, when I'm cooking, so hopefully you can hear me. All right, so I'm just going to saute this. Yes, I have Monk in the kitchen. Monk, you cannot eat onions. They're not good for doggies. Sorry, bubs. Not going to happen. Turn it down a little bit. Saute this a little bit. Oh, it smells good. And look, it's brown, and that's okay. Butter got a little brown. It's okay. That's what I'm going to add to it now. All right, well, let's try that again because the olive oil, of course, was empty. So, anyway, I'm just adding some olive oil to it also. Olive oil and butter together are fabulous. I don't care who you are. All right. Said there's nothing about me organized, folks. let my kids know this, and I'm making it mainly for them, and if you like it, hey, it's a bonus. So anyway, I'm just sauteing this up. Probably, you know, 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how big you chopped it. So while this is cooking, I'm gonna go over here and chop up on my ham. Turn this down a little bit and take you with me. Let's see if we can see here. Okay, I think so. So just, you know, cut the ham up how you like it. I mean, I don't want chunks so big that I really don't like that part on it. Now, Jim will eat it, but I don't care for it. If you hear any barking, it's all my dogs. Sorry about that. They bark at everything. Leaves. And I like to trim the fat parts off if I see it. If you don't, also, no big deal. Ooh, it smells good sauteing over there. See, I'm just cutting these up in chunks. However you want them. You know, you could even put it in, if you have a small or large food processor, you could process it up even finer. I had to do that when I was having a lot of dental issues, and I was having some and wanted some potato and ham soup so bad, and so I just put my meat in the food processor. And so I got, I was just gonna make potato soup then when I was having my dental work done, but I wanted the ham because it just tastes so good. And you can use any ham. You can use, you know, I've used the sugar cured, I've used the smoked picnic ham, I've used all types of ham. It calls, like I said, for a certain amount, but I think you should put it in there however the spirit moves you. Oh, better check those veggies. No, I don't like that. Ugh, I don't like that part of the ham. See, I almost got a finger. This is what I get. All right. I think that might need a little bit more. Let me check the... Oh, yeah. Most recipes... Okay, I'm getting some more ham. We'll call for... It will tell you how long to saute your veggies. I just do them to the way I like them. That's the thing about cooking. You just got to do it. I mean, it's great. I love having a base recipe, which is what my son was telling me the other day. Mom, I just need a base recipe. If you could just give me that, then, you know, I know to improvise and adjust it. So that's what I think the key is to cooking. So many people are scared of cooking, and you shouldn't be. I mean, you know what you like and you don't like, so get you a base recipe and just do it. I mean, just jump in there. Okay. The babies are really hoping I drop some ham. All right, that's the amount of ham I'm going to use. So let's go check our veggies. Sorry if I'm making anybody sick. Like I said, it's my iPhone. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I taste everything when I'm cooking it. It's just what I do. That is good. Now that's a caramelized onion. If I just put that in water with the potatoes to boil, it just doesn't bring the sweetness out of the onion like sauteing it does. So I'm gonna give you a close-up of this. Okay. Sorry, I guess I should have had everything out, but this is how I cook. So maybe if I do any more of these, I'll do better. But so I need 5 tablespoons of butter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I am a messy, y'all. And that's why when I get in here and cook, I can tear up a kitchen. But, you know, it's the way it is. At least nobody goes to bed hungry. All right, so I'm gonna melt that butter. And then you're going to need 5 tablespoons of all-purpose flour in there. And then I'm going to move this bag because I have sadly burned my bag before on this plastic, burned a plastic bag before on this stove. Okay, get my whisk. Oh yeah, here's where I keep all the crock, you know, everything I use, a crock pot full and butter and all that. So all right, so let's blend this together. Hope you can see. Let's see, maybe pull this up a little bit. Watch the camera fall. God. This is thick. This is the thickener. This is going to give us the thickening base. Look at that. See, that's brilliant. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. It calls for 2 cups of milk. I am totally out of milk. Hope you can see that. I'm trying to pour it in slow and whisk as I'm going. I have my burner on medium. I'm going to add that slowly. See that, how that's warming up? So anyway, I'm out of milk, but I had some evaporated milk. So I'm using that. And I didn't want to open another can of evaporated milk, so I had a tiny, tiny bit of milk left. And I finished putting that in here to give me 2 cups of milk. Totally improvising this meal, totally. Hope you can see this. So I'm just kind of slowly adding this. Burner is turned to medium after I got it. First I turned it up and get it warm, then I turned it to medium. Got the potatoes on. Calls for 3 1/4 cups of water to cover your potatoes and cook them for 10 to 15 minutes. I just put 4 cups in here. I went on and measured it for you guys. All right, so that is that. So I'm just gonna finish thickening this up. Get me a pot holder out because I burn myself a lot. See my hand? That's a burn from a couple nights ago. There we go. Thickening. This is not as thick now, so I'm just going to sit here, keep it on medium, and keep whisking it. You really don't want to leave this. Trust me. I have done that. And I scalded this, and you do not want scalded milk because that ruins everything. So I've had to start fresh. And like I said, you don't want to do that. So what I always go and get this done up while my potatoes are boiling. It's almost there. Let's have a little look-see. See? It's thickening up. And it'll also thicken as it sits here while I'm waiting for the potatoes to boil. All right. So I'm going to turn this down just a little bit because I am going to go get some pepper. It's just right here, but it's really thickening up on me. I'm not sure what it calls for, but I just like the pepper to taste because I'm not a huge pepper fan. It also calls for salt. I don't like to add that till the end because this bouillon base has a lot of salt in it, so I kind of wait to see what it needs, and I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of that in there. Now you can use, it calls for bouillon granules, but this is the paste, and it takes, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons and put it in here. If you don't have granules, you can use the cubes. I mean, it probably will taste a little different, but you can use it. And if you have none of that, and maybe you have some chicken stock, I would say boil your potatoes and water, and then drain them, and put your, put 4 cups of chicken stock in that, and that's what I would do probably. All right, look how thick this is now. So see, that looks nice. Okay, I'm gonna turn this totally off. electric, so it's still gonna be warm for a bit. Potatoes are starting to boil. Set my timer on those for 15 minutes. It says 10 to 15, but I have to set a timer on everything, y'all, because I get distracted and I don't pay attention. My mom never sets a timer on anything. She just knows when stuff's done in the oven baked, when it's done cooking baked. I have to set a timer. I get so I got a phone call. So it's hard to video when on your iPhone with a phone call. So anyway, got to push decline. Stir these just a tad. Let you get a look. So see, I just covered the potatoes up with water. So I'm gonna let those boil because you're gonna leave that water in there because I'm using the bouillon. All right. Babies, y'all are being so good. Yes. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, y'all, timer's going off. So I'm just gonna take a fork, and these are good and pork tender. I don't want them mushy. Right. And turn this down just a tad. Now I'm gonna add my bouillon base. Like I said, around 2 tablespoons. Usually, there you go. So I like a little more because this stuff is so good, and it keeps in the refrigerator in between uses. This is also good for sauteing veggies. Put a little of this bouillon base in it. So I'm going to stir this in. All right, let me turn this. I keep forgetting about the cameras over here. All right, I'm stirring this in. Don't want to stir too much. Don't want to beat the potatoes to death. There it is. All right, now I'm gonna take, look how thick this got. Look at that, see? So there we go. All right, put this here. Whoa. I think I need a spatula because I want all this yumminess out of here. And let me get a pot holder. I'm really tired of burning myself. All right, hopefully this is gonna, maybe like this, work. I'm going to add all of this into, I have it on a medium simmer right now. Adding the base here. All right, I didn't tear the, oh look at that. I'm messy, but I didn't tear the kitchen up too bad today. So there that is, add it, and get over here. Get over here and turn this on. There you go, Carolyn, now you're cooking right. All right, stir this in. Get this all together. Look, you can't even see that pepper in there that I put in there. I might have to add a little bit more. Guys. Oh, my neighbor's taking her dogs out. I'm gonna have to shut the door because they won't get any better. Okay, let me add the ham to this. Guys. Oh my goodness, they do not. Don't want to put that potato in there. They do not like the neighbor's dogs. Nope, nope, nope. All right, so now I have my ham added in, and remember the veggies we sauteed? Well, the celery and onions. I'll tell y'all something. I left my, gotta turn my burner off. I left it on, but you know what? They only taste it better with just a little bit extra sauteing. It'll be all right. I bet you nobody complains. They're a little bit browner than usual, but I'm telling you, it's just more yumminess. So there we go. Look at this. Look at this. So this will be ready. I guess I should label some, or ladle some out. Okay, let's see. Find me a bowl. Okay, here we go. Hopefully I won't burn myself. Scoop out. Oh, I'm going for at least 2 scoops. I mean, that's gonna happen. Okay. Now, we just need, scoop this back. just a little bit. Sorry guys, like I said, my first time doing this, and it's a little precarious. All right, I like to add cheese, whatever cheese you like as a topping. Just going to add some of this sharp cheddar. Spoon. Oh, I knew I had one somewhere. All right, let me show you. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Oh yeah. All right, let's see what this tastes like. All right. You just is okay. All right, y'all.
Sorry this was so long, but
bad.
I mean, if I do any more, I'll try to do them shorter, but I probably
Get a
won't.
little bit of everything in
I mean,
here.
I'm kind of wordy. I like to tell a long story.
Hot. I'm probably gonna burn myself. I usually do. That is so good. I'm telling you right now. This is so good. All right, so I think I can maybe copy the recipe and put it down. Put the link down. Put the link to the recipe down in the description box. That's what I'm gonna try to do. So, thank y'all for coming to the cottage and cooking with me. I'm sorry if this is really long. I know my son, when he watches this, is gonna be like, Mom, please just get to the point, but whatever, he'll be strong. And the link's down below, son. So anyway, you guys have a great evening. Thank you for watching, if anybody does. And y'all, let your light shine. Peace and hugs and love from the cottage.